Holy shit, we're back.
Yeah. Welcome to this episode of GCPD, episode 4. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Secret Wars. We're also going to be talking about Green Lantern. We also are going to talk about Red Bee. And we have a list for you with, I don't know how to make a pun for it. So, how's everybody this week?
You could say it's an alternative list.
There we go.
Alternatives.
Yeah, a list of alternatives. There we go.
All right.
I am doing pretty good. Other than tonight, I've been pretty good.
Yep. I am going through a cold, so if you hear me huffing and puffing, that is why.
I'm doing all right. I just finished a semester of college. I got one more semester left, and then I'm actually going to go out into the real world. So I'm terrified.
That's Quincy, join us.
John?
How are you,
What?
John? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right.
Just fine. Not great, just fine.
It sounds like girl trouble.
No.
Sounds like guy trouble.
So we're going to at this point of the podcast, we would usually do a story from a certain arc, but Secret Wars happened.
Secret Wars did happen.
Yeah.
It did, very much so.
And we had to devote maybe the first half of this episode to trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Exactly.
We're going to sit here and discuss what we think is going on in this universe.
And we'll never be right. Like, we're never right.
We are never right.
No. This is all assumptions.
Issue 2 proved me wrong.
I'll just be sitting back and listening because I didn't read the majority of it.
Well, we will tell you what is going on, and then we're going to try to devise what's going to happen.
Wait, hold on. Buddy, did you happen to read Convergence?
Convergence, I'm halfway through Convergence.
What about
So
you,
I can
John?
give you,
John?
What?
Did you read Convergence?
I don't remember.
Okay.
No, he didn't read it.
So-
I'll be completely caught up with Convergence by the next show.
I think what is it? There's 7 issues of Convergence, right?
Yeah. No, it's going to be 8.
I've read 3.
Because I think I've read 7 and I don't remember what happened.
Man, that's pretty much Convergence, everybody. See? We covered Convergence.
A little side note, it's so interesting because Convergence is basically the restart of the universe, but before that we had Multiversity, which is basically what Marvel did but in reverse, because they'd had Age of Ultron, which was basically Multiversity, and now we're doing Secret Wars, which is basically Convergence. It's so weird.
Convergence is not restarting the universe.
It's not?
No.
It's just, I thought they were just combining everything.
No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's
Did
it
we
doing?
talk about Age of Ultron?
By the end, it really doesn't matter.
Did we talk about Age of Ultron? We did not talk about Age of Ultron.
No, we didn't, and we never
That's
will.
for another day.
Yeah, that's for another half. But this half, Secret
We'll
Wars.
talk about it when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray.
Are we? Yeah, we're going
So
to.
we'll just give it a couple of weeks.
Man,
Yeah.
time flies.
Do you want to
Remember
kick
when
off
movies
Secret
you
Wars,
get-
Quincy?
Remember we had to wait like almost 2 years for a movie to come out for home release?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Like
no.
everybody else.
Ugh.
All right, so let's get into this. So this is Secret Wars number 1 and number 2. The
Secret
reason
War-
we're saying that is because more than likely, like next week, there's going to be Secret Wars number 3, and we're going to be even more confused.
Yeah.
Plus all these tie-ins.
Yeah.
Plus all the tie-ins, because
The tie-ins. The
So,
tie-ins.
A shit ton.
Yeah. Little bit of backstory. This is a homework-bound issue, because basically, if you did not read Time Runs Out, you're going to have so many questions
You're gonna
about
be so
Secret Wars.
fucked.
And Secret Wars is not gentle at all.
You are so fucked.
It expects you to know the history. It's not good for newcomers.
Yeah.
It expects you to know.
It wants you to.
but
It
that's just
wants.
Hickman in general.
It wants you to know
Yeah.
Marvel, right? Not what happened in Marvel. It wants you to know
If you're
Marvel.
looking to jump into Marvel, don't go to Secret Wars.
No, don't go to Secret Wars.
Now,
Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, but no.
yes.
No, it's not for you.
Don't get me wrong. There was a Secret Wars issue number 0, but in which basically all it did was try to explain what's been happening. But honestly,
Did
that
it?
is like
Did it?
that is like getting a photo of a 0 copy of a quotation of a story someone overheard their friend's barber while getting an order at Starbucks.
That you heard 3 years ago.
That's from 3 years ago. It does not do it justice. This New Avengers and Avengers, which basically started this whole thing off, that is a meticulous and intricately woven embroidery of narrative mythology.
God
And
damn.
just getting up to speed on Avengers and New Avengers is a task in itself.
And there's actually an order that you have to read it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
Yes.
But we're at Secret Wars. So basically, what is Secret? Actually, it's so funny because what is Secret Wars? Secret Wars is basically not so secret anymore.
It's.
Secret World is basically, boom, everything's done and over.
Yes.
This is a new world.
So,
Basically.
background. Marvel Universe, well, as before Secret Wars #1, or by the end of Secret Wars #1, lived in the multiverse kind of setting,
Yes.
where there's like different alternate versions of everything.
Or the original Marvel Universe and the Ultimate Universe, plus all the
And
background.
then there's the Deadpool universe. There's the Hulk universe. There's the universe where Professor X never lived, called the Apocalypse universe. There's the Deathlock universe where everyone is a Deathlock.
Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite universe.
That doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, because all of those things are dead.
And yeah, actually, that is the key topic of this whole discussion. It's like if Game of Thrones is like trust no one or don't get attached, or bad people win. Then, like the theme of this is that everything dies, and don't get this wrong, everything dies.
Everything dies.
So, like, they literally did a press conference, and they kept asking they kept asking questions about Secret Wars, and the only thing they would say is, everyone dies.
Everything
there is no
dies.
ifs, ands, or buts. They are going to die.
Yes. There's no stopping this.
Yes. And so.
Oh, and spoilers for people that haven't read it, so don't bitch if we give up spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a spoiler. That's what's going to happen.
I know. I meant
In
for what
life in general, everything's going to die. The sun.
Yes. So,
well,
but
let's
it's
kick off with the first issue.
issue one,
Hey,
like
Pagoda.
you said, everything dies, but it's a really poignant moment because it really asks you if you truly are at the end of your existence, will that change who you are, or merely give you a reason, or the best reason possible to define who you are
Right.
in that finest hour? And that's what we see
It
here.
basically means, are you happy? Are you happy with where you are, or do you want to do something more?
And if you aren't, too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
And so basically, there are these things called incursions, where basically 2 Earths of different universes are going to collide with each other. And granted, the only way to delay it is by destroying the other Earth. It's always going to happen, no matter what. But you can save one Earth by destroying the other.
Yes.
And
Either.
So basically, all these heroes have to like go against everything they believe in and just kill the entire planet.
The catch-22 is that the Avengers, now this is different than the new Avengers, who are the Illuminati. The Avengers, led by Captain America, did not know about this for a long time. It was the Illuminati that had been going out and blowing up planets. But even after a point, they couldn't do it anymore. Because they just couldn't be killers like that.
Oh yeah, like what? After they killed like 27 planets, you're like, I don't feel comfortable.
Well, to be fair, they only blew up one planet, and even then, it was a dead planet.
Yeah.
Well,
Because.
what the hell was the problem?
It's just that because next time they weren't going to be lucky.
Yeah. Because who killed that planet? It was the.
It was Namor.
No, not from our side. Who went to that planet first, killed all life, and then.
That was Thanos.
Really?
No, it was just dead.
Yeah, You would think this would be a job for Nick Fury before he took on the role of the Watcher.
Well, he's not even the Watcher anymore. He's like the Observer, right? I forgot what happened in Original Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it basically is
the Watcher.
pointing out the final moments before the Earths collide and
Right.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not sorry. What's your thing? The Marvel Universe and the Marvel Ultimate Universe are just done. So it's showing what's happening in the last hours before
Yeah.
that.
So basically, what happens is that they have to go to war with each other because the Maker, who is actually the ultimate version of Reed Richards, has fallen in line with the Cabal, which is actually Thanos' cronies, along with Namor, the Submariner.
His
He basically
flukies.
tells a lie to Nick Fury, to Ultimate Nick Fury. That's Samuel Jackson Nick Fury, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he basically tells him, okay, well, basically, we can stop this incursion from happening if you get some guys over there and blow up that planet.
You gotta fuck that planet up.
Yeah, you gotta destroy it. Like, no one can live.
No one.
You see your
Give them
homies
all.
over there? They're not your real homies. Just kill them.
Yeah, they just look like your homies.
Yeah.
And so for the first time, for the first time ever, the Ultimate Universe, who is known for playing defense, attacks.
Really?
And it is awesome. I gotta say, those panels were awesome.
Yep.
There is so many. It's so funny because there were so many awesome panels on the grand scale, but it was just this one small
The most
scale
subtle that one just took the whole comic.
that took the whole comic. And we'll talk about that in a
Punisher,
second. I was gonna not spoil that.
Oh, that was going to be Iron Man 6.
Yes. So basically, the interesting thing about the Ultimate Universe is that most of the heroes in there are dead because they don't come
They're
back to
gone.
life.
They're
So
gone.
basically, all that they had was they had firepower in numbers. They had a bunch of people, but the main universe where people come back all the time, they had firepower as in superpowered people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they had that shit in abundance.
Yes.
They didn't even care about popular characters dying either.
Yes.
You
And
straight
so-
up see Raccoon just
Oh, Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, yeah, Rocket Raccoon got it through the fucking chest.
Well,
Yeah.
he's finished.
bam. and all of them were just like Rocket.
just
And then before, it was just crazy. He was
He's
in the
our
middle of
moneymaker.
a monologue.
Yes. And so so basically that's a grand scale. So basically grand scale fight, everyone's there. The X-Men are there. The X-Men are separated right now, but everyone that's not dead, basically Wolverine's dead still.
Yay.
Like,
Make a note
Cyclops.
of Cyclops going full on. I don't give a fuck in that
Yes,
scene.
Cyclops. Yes, and basically one panel of Avenger or Secret Wars. Basically, Jonathan Hickman made a better character out of Cyclops than Bendis did for 40 issues.
He was like, I don't care. He's like, hey, what's up, Phoenix Egg?
Yes.
And right before anything could happen is when he gets warped. I was like,
That shit was funny. Yeah, he was talking to the eggs like, hey, little buddy.
ready
Hey.
to kill everything?
Yeah. Hey, little buddy, do you remember me? Do you know what this feels like? It's love.
How's your mother?
Love me.
Ready for some mass genocide?
And Bendis was
Ready
like,
to
yes.
just slaughter innocence upon innocence?
Now, while this is happening, Reed Richards of the main Marvel universe has decided to make a raft,
And Black Panther. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like,
and they're gonna fill this raft with all the smartest people in the world just to preserve the human race.
It's basically Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the most perfect people, the smart people, the leaders, the people that they think they need for this world.
But
Yep.
what was really
The
admirable
leader.
about that is that he was also going to get some mutants.
Yep.
So he was going to repopulate all of the all of humanity.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
did see
this-
Scott get beamed on board.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how much of a better person, 616 Reed Richards is to the fucking ultimate Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so funny, too, because both of them basically initiated that. Both of them had a plan to either save people, but he was going to save the world, and he was going to say, the good Reed Richards was going to save the world, and the bad Reed Richards was going to save himself.
Yeah, he was gonna
Yeah,
say.
'cause he's kind of a selfish prick.
Yeah, he was
Kind
looking after
Yeah,
numero
this
uno.
whole issue is just about trying to save the planet, trying to get a little more time for each planet when technically it didn't really matter.
Nah.
It wasn't even trying to save the planet. It was just trying to save existence.
Yeah, but it was all a lie.
Yes.
It was all a lie. They knew. Ultimate Reed knew
Yes.
that it was all bullshit.
Right, and so
So-
basically to go with that line, like we said, this is war.
Yeah.
And so we are seeing people, like mainly people from the main Earth, die. Like we see like Rocket Raccoon die, but there was also it was Black Widow and
Black Widow got blown the
it was Black Widow, it was Amadeus Cho, it was Beast who was in there, as well as Spider Woman, and they're trying to like fly these scientists to Reed Richards and back to the building, and they don't make it.
No, they do not.
Nah.
It's just death. Yeah, you see Black Widow. I don't think we're gonna make.
And then, but I think I think Buddy's gonna explain this the best. But we see like as all this carnage is happening, like the news still has to be the news, and so they're reporting on this all. And Buddy, you take it from here.
Oh, with the Punisher?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's just like there's a news broadcast, the world's going to shit, the superheroes all fighting each other, and it's just this one scene. It's just one. It's literally one panel, and throughout the whole book, and it's a monologue of it's like a description. I think it was like an email that Kingpin sent.
Yeah.
It was a mass email sent by Wilson to like all of the villains.
Yeah, Kingpin just like sent this freaking message to everyone, just talking about. It's like
Hey, come to this bar.
It sucks that our plans didn't come to fruition, but nonetheless, let's watch the world burn and watch the heroes die.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were just all like sipping they were sipping like brandy.
It's like sipping martini, like buying everything because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're like, cheers, gentlemen. It's been a good run. And then, and then you just see like boots.
Yes.
And you just hear a monologue from the Punisher that scales up, and he's just always like,
Punisher.
Monologue, like,
Punisher's.
they always tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they always tell you that you can't take anything with you to the afterlife. So what am I gonna do with all
these bullets?
and he's holding a massive submachine gun.
And you know what? My only thought is that Flint Marco's like sitting like right in front of him.
Yeah, and absorbing man.
Yeah, what the fuck is he gonna do to that?
He doesn't care.
Doesn't care. Doesn't matter.
He doesn't care. He's just like,
Look, if I was that man,
I'm taking
it. Just like I did the thing he did like in like Marvel Zombies Return and just like chunk myself into sand and fill up Punisher, float, and then finish my drink.
Yeah, he's going. Hey,
that thing that had me like clapping.
Yes.
That whole panel.
It's just so funny because Punisher is
out of
small scale.
else.
Yeah. Punisher is so small scale. Like he's like street level almost. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do my part.
Well, this whole comic book has been about like death, destruction, war, and
Actually,
it's just that one panel just to give that.
It'd be even funnier if it was Ultimate Punisher that went into the 616.
Or like they team up.
Oh my god, if they teamed up.
Yeah, and then you just see the final
moments.
Your
kid's dead? Yeah, yours? Uh-huh. All right.
Hey, see this email? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, but it ends up being the final moments of the book is they finally just pretty much said fuck it because they ran out of time.
Yeah,
so like in the midst of all the battles, they turn on the teleportation thing, and Scott and everyone they want gets beamed on board.
We should talk about that because basically there's this mutant named Manifold whose ability is to teleport, but to like anywhere in the universe. And so they reverse engineer. They make this machine that reverse engineers his power to like pick out people who like that are needed for like existence, like just to live.
Yeah, what
do they use? Teleportation version of Cerebro.
They use like some sort of like algorithm.
Yes.
To calculate who would be needed.
Yes, that's correct.
He's Cerebro, but with teleportation.
Yeah, so like he's Cerebro, but for existence.
Yeah.
Like Professor X is like, why didn't I have him when I needed him? Oh yes. Yeah, I'm dead.
I need one of those.
So basically they reverse engineer it, and who they end up getting is really weird. Like the first person they get is Star-Lord. So I'm like, what is he doing?
They get Peter Quill,
right?
They get Miles Morales. They get Cyclops. They get who was it? Was it
Thor?
Female Thor?
Yeah, they get
female Thor.
You get Jane Foster. Jane Foster. We're gonna spoil the shit out of this. They get Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. Fuck that review.
Yeah, they got. It was Miles Morales. It was Spider-Man.
I think more so just because she has the hammer than anything else.
Yeah. Because she's
probably. Yeah. Well, no, because they need the hammer for any future Thor.
But let's talk about that ending, though.
Yeah.
That ending.
The ending was heartbreaking.
Yeah, when they were taken off. Something happened and a piece broke off. And,
basically, the piece broke off because the universe, like the two Earths finally actually collided, and
before
all
they
you see is white.
Before they could tell. Yeah.
Wait,
on the broken piece is Mr. Fantastic's entire family.
Basically, yeah, except him. Everyone but him.
Johnny's on there too, isn't he?
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, it was Johnny, the thing, Franklin Richards, Valeria.
Wait, now I have a question.
Yes.
All right, if that piece that came off, that was only Mr. Fantastic's family, right?
Yes. Well, it was him, and it was basically everyone that you see in Secret Wars #2. That's everyone that was in that piece.
Yeah.
Okay, then by that motion, doesn't Beast survive?
No, Beast died in the Beast died with Black.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, are you thinking of Gargoyle?
That was Gargoyle?
Yeah, that was Gargoyle.
What the fuck would they need to say Gargoyle for?
Yeah. Well, no, it's a different guy named Gargoyle. It wasn't. Yeah.
But with that broken
wasn't great Gargoyle.
Yeah.
Why?
With that broken piece, they won't teleport because Reed just won't do it. He's like, I need to try. I need to try to save them.
Well, basically, no. T'Challa says, "Okay, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to let you get it, but you have 5 seconds."
You got 5 seconds,
he's
son.
like, I can do it.
All right.
Like, don't worry. Sue has this.
Okay.
She's the strongest of us all.
She's the strongest
Okay.
woman I know. Yeah.
We got this.
And you see it counting down, and like right before he could stretch out to grab her, it
obliterates.
Her face fucking melts. You see her face melt, and it just goes boom.
Yeah, and the worst part is, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you just see him like, no.
Yeah.
But then it's like the most powerful part is the monologue when there's no more images.
Yeah, but the worst part of the worst part of that whole event is that you actually see like a little body like kind of evaporating, so you know it's one of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually see the kid like die. But the saddest part is just like it's basically isn't it like him and
obviously Franklin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty much Franklin.
That dude dead.
Isn't it him and Doom talking in the monologues at the end?
In the beginning it's Doom, but at the end
it's Reed.
It's Reed, yes.
Yeah, because at the end he like pretty much is just like talking about how like he like I have so much belief and hope for this world, and I was doing everything I can, and he was just pretty much at the end, fuck it, I'm dead inside.
Okay.
And this is like basically, but that's important because he is a man of science.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like the smartest man in the world who will go on no matter what.
Yes, but
that just fucking broke him.
Yeah, he finally found something that broke him. Like, all I have left is hope.
Yeah, it's like he was broke. He pretty much said he was dead inside.
Yeah, and that's basically, and that's the end. That's the first issue.
That's literally the end of it. He's just like, my family's dead and the world's gone. I'm dead inside.
Actually, that's not the end because if you see, it says like main Earth. Like, it actually gives you dates for like when it died. I think it was like 19 something to 2015. So like that Earth is dead. Like that whole universe that we knew for so many years is gone.
That universe is dead.
Marvel Universe 61 or something to 2015.
Yes.
And then Ultimate Universe 2000.
I know.
I'm so used to watching.
Yeah.
So many damn.
And that's the end.
That's issue 1. Yeah.
Issue 1. Now, issue 2.
So next week, the following week.
Before we continue, remember back when Ultimate first started, and they said, yeah, Ultimate and mainstream are never going to cross over.
Yep.
If that ever happens, we've run out of ideas.
Yep.
And they ran out of ideas.
They turned into Marvel Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the first time they crossed over was with Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man. Like,
Spider-Man.
officially crossed over.
Yeah. That's
and they crossed over like
after that, like
before then, because it turns out with the whole thing with Mysterio and Ultimate,
that is true.
He was just an avatar for the 616 Mysterio.
So Mysterio, like the villain that's known for like for effects,
illusions.
Yeah, for illusions, somehow cracked the space-time barrier and
onto another universe. Well, you have to assume that, like.
He found something.
Ultimate have to be like close in the multiverse then,
Right.
like in proximity, because
Yep.
if he was able to do that, and those were the two that like went up against each other throughout this whole Secret Wars thing.
That's a good question too, because like if we're thinking about that, so he basically made a new identity for himself in the 616, but that means that he doesn't exist in there technically.
Or maybe he does, but he's just like a special effects artist.
Oh,
Well, I mean, he's dead now no matter what. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Alright, so
Secret Wars number 2.
I'm just gonna give a brief to explain how like confused you're gonna be for like the first 20 pages of this book.
Yeah.
Part 1 literally is about a group of Thors.
Yes.
Yep.
Not Thor, it's a police force of Thors.
And we
Like,
mean
there's like,
yes.
they literally a police force, a entire country.
Not just a police force, they are the Doom Guard.
Yeah.
They're called the Doom Guard, and they're Thors.
Yep.
You can
Yes.
picture that. Doom Guard and they're Thors, and they have their own fucking kingdom
Yes.
that basically punishes a bunch of other kingdoms that
Yep.
we will get into.
Yeah, they are the left hand of Doom, and I say that specifically because you won't believe who the right hand of Doom is.
The right hand of doom. Well, actually, the Thors aren't the left hand.
Then what are they?
They're just his.
No, the
pol-
Thor-
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right.
Yeah, the
because
police-
someone else is the left
Yeah.
hand.
Thors are
someone-
the police force.
Yes, they're here to above to uphold the
They
law.
are the force of Doom.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
left and right hand of Doom is his religion and battle for war side, and the other one is his like scientific side.
Yes,
Yep.
that's
Which
correct.
is
Yep.
Strange, Doctor Strange.
As
So
his.
it's fucking yeah. Doom rule in this issue. We find out Doom rules the world.
Doom
Not
is
just the world.
Doom
world.
is God.
Yeah, Doom is God. That's all we know. There's this new fucking universe.
Your new Lord and
Doom
Master.
is the God.
Yes.
One of his right hands is Doctor Strange, and his left hand is his daughter.
Daughter.
His wife has to be Sue.
Yeah.
Sue
Sue
Storm.
Storm is his fucking
Wait.
wife.
wait,
Yes.
doesn't he have a kid with Morgana Le Fay?
No. Actually, John, it's anything that you mentioned that doesn't matter because this is Doom's ideal world.
That's old
Yeah,
universe,
this is
man.
New universe. This is Doomverse, everybody.
This is literally like anything that you say, Doom doesn't care about it.
You talk about that old shit.
Doom is God. Doctor Strange represents his more
Right.
religious, stricter
Yes.
side.
He is the sheriff,
But-
actually.
And his daughter, Susan, his daughter, is the more
Valeria.
like open side to like other options.
Yes.
So he can like weigh it out.
Wait, who is his daughter?
Valeria.
His what?
Valeria.
Yeah.
Valeria Richards is his daughter.
Yep.
Who,
Valeria
He didn't even
Doom.
change the name.
Well, no, because he named her
that
in
was
the
a
first
straight
place.
slap. That was a straight.
No, no, but he didn't change it from Richard. He kept Richard.
No, he did
Her name
not.
is like Valeria Doom.
No, you did not.
Yeah. So
Yep, he didn't. He just kept it the same.
yeah. So
Oh,
that's everyone.
that's cold,
God
man.
Doom.
That's cold.
God Doom, Sue Richards, daughter, Doctor Strange as his right hand,
Yes.
and then an entire kingdom of Thors.
Uh huh.
These Thors govern the world. But the weird thing about this world is there's 27 different kingdoms?
I think
No,
there's-
40 something.
Oh, there's 47 different kingdoms, but there
42.
are like a couple main houses.
Yeah, there's like 47 kingdoms with a bunch of different houses.
Yes.
And what we know so far is each kingdom seems to be based off of a famous hero.
Yes.
There's a kingdom called Greenland, which the whole kingdom is Hulks.
Yes.
There's
Run by the Maestro.
yeah, and under Doom and under
And the Red
Thor,
God.
the most powerful kingdom I think
Or
is
the Red
Captain
King.
Britain.
Oh yeah, or the Red King, which I'm pretty sure is going to be Red Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And Captain Britain's kingdom is like right under Thor's. Like they're considered the highest of high class, right?
Yes.
The snooty.
Well, they were considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were until the whole book is just explaining that there's these kingdoms,
Yes.
and you're not allowed to cross borders.
That's one golden rule. Like, keep that in mind.
That's the golden rule. You are not allowed to form alliances with any other kingdom.
You're not allowed to cross borders.
That is a mark against Doom.
You're not allowed to cross
You're
borders.
not even allowed to cross borders.
No.
Like Doom feels that as you're trying to conspire against him, so don't do that or die. It shows that completely well with the leader of Britain's world
And so,
gets thrown into a pit full of zombies.
it's called the Shield. Haha.
Love it.
There is a basically the Great Wall of China,
Basically.
but it's called the Shield.
Or the Wall.
Yeah, or the Wall. And your most punishments, you get thrown over it. And there's a giant pit of zombies, which is led by Venom.
There's
There's
symbiotes.
Now,
there's zombies. Then there's
the Annihilation.
Ultron bots.
But
Yeah, and that's pretty much your punishment. You have to fight them until they kill you.
Now there's another
Fourth one, I forgot what it was.
No. There's another. When you break the rules, you could either get thrown over the wall.
Yes.
Or
Or you can give some land money.
No. Or
Sorry.
another punishment is you have to work on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to work on the wall defending it.
Yeah.
So it's Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones.
It basically is Game of Thrones. That is the wall.
Yeah, it's Game of
And
Thrones.
so
And
what we stumble into is that we have just gotten a new Thor and the Doomguard, which basically means like there are so many Mjolnirs out there, and there are so many people that are worthy, and so they get these people to like try and lift the hammer, and if they lift it, then they are worthy and they become part of the Thor Guard. I mean the Doomguard.
Uh-huh.
And so
and they're called the Thor Corps.
yeah, the Thor Corps, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And so basically, what we do, like what happens is we stumble into like they're going to go enforce something because it turns out one of the kingdoms, which is run by Mr. Sinister, has offended another house which is run by Jamie Braddock, who is basically Captain Britain's older brother.
Yep.
And also, he's also has conspiracies of aligning a nation with a nation.
Well, we find that out later because basically, the reason Mr. Sinister is brought to court in front of Doom, who we find out is using the throne.
We have to
It's the life tree.
We have to describe this whole thing. We have to describe Castle Doom because it's fucking awesome.
Yes. Oh yeah. Let's describe
Castle Doom's the greatest.
what protects.
All right, so we have Castle Doom. Right, it's a big ass castle, and Doom. There's a tree growing from the middle of it, and it's Doom's throne. All right, so that's already awesome. But once you cut outside, what is guarding Castle Doom is Galactus on fire.
And they call it a sentinel.
Yes.
Yes.
In his world, it's a sentinel because he doesn't want them to know about.
Yeah. And that's even awesome on itself. But then you have the fact that what's his name? Franklin Richards is controlling this Galactus.
Yes. He's floating over him, and he's like, "Don't worry, dude. I got this.
I got you, fam.
I got you, fam.
We good, fam. We good."
So this little boy, who is basically the ultimate mutant ever, basically, he is the calmer downer of the Sentinel.
I think Galactus. I think they took the fact that Galactus is Franklin Richards' herald.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it was pretty stated that in the future Galactus would be like Franklin's herald.
Yeah.
Franklin is Shiro and Galactus is Baymax.
Yeah, basically, actually, that's a great. Yeah.
So wait,
so...
Galactus has like the consciousness of his father?
That was his brother.
No, not in the
In Big
comics.
Hero 6?
And yeah, Big Hero 6 is in the comics. Baymax has like his father's consciousness.
Sorry, let's talk about the movie, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah,
So that's the outside. Inside, we get to see some of the different kingdoms. And like I said, one of them is Mr. Sinister, which already should raise a red flag.
Yeah.
Because this is Doom's world.
Yeah.
And Doom allowed
Sinister?
Mr. Sinister to have a house.
Why would you allow Mr. Sinister to even have like a fucking couch? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't give
No, he made Mr. Sinister. They're called barons. The leaders of these kingdoms are called barons.
Yeah, but I still
And
want to
he
give it
made
to
Mr.
Sinister. I want to make.
Baron and gave him his own castle mansion and his own kingdom to run.
And he was still talking shit. And so basically,
It's
like the reason we're over here is because he's gone to trial because he basically called Captain Britain's James Braddock, right?
No.
Okay,
The reason why he's being brought to court is because he's conspiring with
Conspiring, yes.
Sorry, he's conspiring with what's his name?
I forgot who it was.
Hyperion.
Let's go from there.
He's conspiring with Hyperion.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right.
Or Baron Hyperion or whatever.
Baron Hyperion. Yeah, you either gotta say Baron or Baroness.
Yeah. So it seems
So
like
it's basically a court drama.
yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
But
Sinister has to.
has
At
to.
the end of
Sinister
that,
has to plead his innocence, which doesn't matter because
doesn't
Strange
care.
pretty much said that
Look.
I tell you if you're guilty or not.
right.
Yeah.
And basically, like by the end of it, he's found guilty, and he's like, "I think not." He's like, "What do you mean, I think not? I demand trial by combat."
Yeah, and apparently in this world, it's the law. You can either give him someone to fight or drop the charges.
Yes.
So
So-
basically, Doom is just like a big fan of Game of Thrones.
He's
Yeah.
a huge fan of Game of Thrones.
Which makes sense.
Thinking about how
He's
Doom
like-
is.
He's like, I like this show. Like, George R.R. Martin is like his personal author.
Yeah.
I invite
And
Miss
Mr.
George
Sinister
R.R.
kicks
Mountain.
ass in his battle.
Yes.
He's like, I want you to kill more people.
I want more rape.
Yeah, so they do their trial by combat and everything, and that's just like, and then that's just part of it. This is just like it's pretty much a setup to like let you know what goes on in this world.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Like the issues that happen in it aren't really that important. It's just kind of a show you like this is our world, this is the rules in it, this is what happens, and letting you know that showing you some characters that are in it so
Yes,
far.
and basically they're showing you the main players. So what we see is one of them that we see is the usurped Baroness Madeline Pryor, who is actually usurped by a Baron Summers. Now, to be fair, we don't know which Summers it is, so it could either be Cyclops or Havoc.
Yeah, so either Havoc or Cyclops.
Is now the new Baron, but like the reason we don't know that is because he was absent, which actually should raise some flags.
And which we will talk about because it's in another issue.
Yeah.
But Baron Summers has a fucking Suicide Squad. He has a Suicide Squad under his belt.
Okay, cool. And then there's there's Baron Apocalypse, who actually got the 4 horsemen. Like, he has the biggest kingdom.
yes, he has
Because
4 horsemen.
conquered.
Yeah, Apocalypse has the biggest kingdom in the entire land.
Yes, because he
Because it
took.
even says, he's like, oh, these people were all side by side, and Apocalypse said, fuck you.
He won him through trial by combat.
Yeah.
He won.
Yeah. So he owns pretty much I think he owns 37% of the
He
entire.
basically owns all of Russia.
Yeah.
Who would win in a battle? Franklin Richards or Apocalypse?
Franklin Red Richards.
Richards.
Did we not tell you that Franklin Richards' herald is Galactus?
No,
Yeah,
we
but
did,
Apocalypse can basically do anything.
but we
No,
didn't.
because
So
basically,
can
let me tell you this. Apocalypse gets his power from a Celestial. Galactus is a Celestial.
Uh-huh.
and
Franklin Richards
Franklin
controls
Richards
Celestial.
and that Celestial is Franklin Richards' bitch.
All right. So to sum up,
Wait,
Yes,
one more
yeah.
thing. My favorite thing, though, is that there are these 2 kingdoms of Egyptia. One of them is run by Moon Knight's god. The other one is run by Black Panther's god. And they became one.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Cannot wait to watch.
Yep,
Cannot wait to
that's
read
true.
that.
Okay, now
Yep.
you go.
Yeah, basically the summary of number 2 is just to show everything that's happening. There's the world. Doom is God. He has his kingdom. His throne is the life tree. He's guarded by fucking Galactus. He has an entire kingdom police force of Thors that are basically the police force of all the land and arrest anyone that's out of line.
Yep.
Yes.
And we will soon find out as the issues go on about more kingdoms.
And that's the main story. But then there's this side story that was at the little bit of the beginning, in which the left hand of Doom, the more science side, run by Valeria Richards, discovers something.
Yep.
Something that could lead to something that could lead to a schism.
Yep.
Yeah, which was an aircraft not made of this
Yes,
world.
it looks like the life craft from Secret Wars issue 1.
Yep.
And they
The
open
Doom,
it.
and the Doom Guard, the main guy says, "Do not touch anything on that ship."
Don't you
Of
touch
course.
that.
He opens it.
And a fucking spear comes out and
impales him.
And they
That is
was
a
like,
fighter.
what do we have?
He takes so he takes a spear to the chest, and then he's like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then he gets axed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
He's
out
still
It comes out.
and out comes
Thanos and his cronies.
the goddamn cabal.
Thanos, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glade, Maximus, Black Swan,
and
and yeah, that's it.
and fucking Reed
that's
and fucking the
end of
Maker.
that issue.
And the Maker. So all this time, we thought that life craft was full of heroes. It was actually the villains.
Yep.
Yep.
And basically what he does is, so he takes one of these miners and asks, "What is this land?" And he's like, "This land is controlled by Doom." And you can see on his face, Thanos is mad.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Like, Doom runs this world, we call it
Battle World.
we call it Battle.
And that-
Yes.
yeah,
And that's
and
the
that
end of Secret
leads
Wars
into-
number 2.
Yeah, and it leads into Battle World issue 1. But before we start in any of the crossovers, did y'all notice, were y'all paying attention to the types of Thors there were?
Yes.
Yep.
Because Magneto was a Thor.
Yep.
Magneto and Groot.
Yeah, Groot's a Thor,
And
Magneto's
Storm.
a Thor, Storm's a Thor.
Wait, did he say I am Thor?
He hasn't
Yeah.
said anything yet.
Wait.
That would be great,
But
though.
he has like he has like one of those like light up chess pieces that Thor has on his thing.
Yeah.
He has like one of those Groot has one of those like stuck in his chest, and he like lights up blue.
One thing that I thought was interesting is that on the cover, we see Ultimate Thor, but we don't see him in the issue yet. So maybe he's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was cool.
That was,
before we left.
yeah, basically
Like, all the
anyone
cool
and
Thors.
everyone can become a Thor. You just have to be worthy.
I was just like Magneto Thor. That's all.
You know, actually, something interesting. Let's just do a side note for a second. How come anytime like Captain America picks up picks a Mjolnir, like he never turns into Thor?
Yeah, weird.
That is kind of weird, huh?
I guess it's a choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
There's a difference between wielding the hammer and then becoming Thor.
Yeah.
Being worthy and then okay.
All right, everyone, can you imagine just these 2 issues, all this is happening, and this is what you're getting into? Just to let you know what we're about to talk about, there's like 7 crossovers.
Yes.
Not tie-ins, that all are really imperative to the story. Because there's central story going on in these tie-ins. And which one do you want to talk about first?
Ultimate
Well, let's
End.
talk about
Ultimate End.
the same way we did it when you asked us how to read them.
Yeah.
All right, so talk about
No, wait. Are we gonna go through
No.
significance of Dooms?
what'd you say?
The significance of how much
Yeah.
Doom is in it? Okay, then
Yeah,
we go.
basically, that's the way to do
So
it.
Planet Hulk was number 1.
Yes.
Okay, Planet Hulk. Yes.
Yes.
This was my favorite. Can I start this one?
Yeah,
off?
go ahead. It's all
Okay,
yours.
I fucking love this. I love this. Because I just thought it was going to be like a retelling of Planet Hulk.
Oh, you was
It's
wrong.
fucking not.
You
We first start out and it shows a map, and it starts out talking about like this is the world, this is the kingdoms, Doom is our god, and then it was like this is Greenland, and it's just like Planet Hulk, and there's a map of different factions of where the different types of Hulks live in this world.
right.
And yeah, and then it cuts. You see a fucking battle arena like Planet Hulk.
Yep.
And there is you don't see the face yet. You just see like long blonde hair. Well, actually, you do. You see long blonde hair, like a grizzled like beard, and a fucking T-Rex, and they're like fighting like these people, and like he kills a dude, and then he's like beating on his chest, everything like yeah, and he's like petting the T-Rex.
Who did he defeat? It was a clan of.
It was a.
I don't remember.
It was a clan of goddamn Wolverines.
Oh yeah. It was like oh, this so wins against the Wolverine clan,
Yes.
and you see like a bunch of dead Wolverines on the ground, like at least 5 of them. But what I'm not haven't said yet is this is Steve Rogers.
Yep.
Yes.
It's Captain fucking America is basically Russell Crowe from Gladiator.
Yeah. And this
He's
is
like a world-renowned, famous battle fighter that everyone loves to go see, and he fights different people with his T-Rex.
now. This is taking place like on the outskirts of Doomstat. Yeah, this arena. Yeah, this arena is like right outside of Doomsdat, and this arena is being controlled by Arcade. So you have this old timey gladiator type arena, but yet there's cameras and there's like directors and stuff like that. So it's kind of like mixing that old gladiatorial stuff with like modern day sports.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really cool. But what it's like after that fight, after the fight, you know, he goes and talks to do you remember who he talks to?
Arcadia.
Arcade.
Yeah, Arcadia. He talks to him. Yeah, he talks to him, and you know, he basically just is doing all this because he wants to know where Bucky is, which raises a flag. You know, it's like, oh shit! It's like because this is a whole new world. These are different versions of characters.
Yeah.
You know, from what we know,
But some things stay the same.
Yeah, it's not the two worlds that we know of Steve Rogers. It's a totally different person. But he remembers Bucky. He remembers fighting with him in a war. It looks like World War II, but it's not, because it goes on to say that, you know, over the years of this universe, there's been many wars and battles and everything. So this timeline store had a friend named Bucky and has fought in multiple wars, and he's missing.
Yep.
And it comes to find out,
And on a side note, it might not be strictly platonic.
It could.
Yeah.
I really think so. I really think because the flashback scenes of him and Bucky has that kind of a glow to it, and it's not like
like that love romance.
yeah,
going on.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
there is a slight undertone that they could be lovers.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like you don't know, but there's an undertone chance.
which is actually kind of cool. Which is kind of cool, and
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And Tumblr will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if they didn't like a black Captain America, wait until they see this.
And Arcadia ends up telling them, like, because he's like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna leave. Well, first he tries to attack Arcadia, and you know he ends up like getting stopped, and that's when they have the conversation where he wants to know where Bucky is, and it turns out Bucky was a battle arena champ too. He'd been fighting in battle arenas and everything, but Arcadia sent him on a mission.
Nope. What happened was...
no, who sent him on a mission?
Hold on.
I thought it was Arcadia sent him.
No. Alright, so Devil Dinosaur swallows Arcade with Steve Rogers. He tries to tell them what happened. Arcadia has some taser, and after that he goes to Castle Doom.
Yes.
He goes straight to Castle...
That's what I meant, like his plot, that's what I said, his plot was foiled.
Yeah, he goes straight to Castle Doom. Doom and Doctor Strange has the conversation.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I read like all these at once.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Bucky was a gladiatorial fighter, and they sent him on a mission. Because pretty much Red Hulk runs Greenland.
Yeah.
I think it's Red Hulk.
Yeah,
It was
it's
it was
it's
to kill Red King.
it's Red
Yeah,
Hawk.
he sent to kill the Red King.
Yeah,
Because they're tired of dealing with him, basically.
yeah, because
He's
yeah,
gotten a little too much pep in his step.
yeah,
I guess we'll put it that way.
and Doom wants that land.
Yeah, Doom wants to rule it because the Greenlands are like
Greenland.
they're like one of the kingdoms that are like, fuck it, we're our own thing.
Yeah, I think if you want to do comparison, if I would say Age of Apocalypse, that kingdom, it would be the United States and how big it is. Planet Hawk, the land Greenland would be Russia. It's the biggest of the country.
Yeah, and they're pretty much like we're our own thing, and Red King is like getting too big for his own good.
Yeah.
Right.
So
One thing I love about the Greenland is that basically the Hulks are basically ogres.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and I just think it's cool that they originally sent Bucky to go kill the Red King
Because
he
that's,
never came back.
that was his profession, assassination.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a cool nod. And he never came back, so they pretty much told Steve, if you go and kill the Red King, you'll get Bucky back, and you two are free to live in Greenland in peace. We won't bother you anymore. Just do whatever you want. And that's the end of the issue, kind of, pretty much.
What happened was we get Steve and Devil Dinosaur go to Greenland, and then instantly
He's like, give me one thing. Give me my damn dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yes.
and they get attacked by bugs.
Actually, and that's actually a nod to Hulk the End. Like, yeah, everything gets radiated in Greenland.
Yeah.
Even the insects.
Yeah, that's the end of it. He gets sent there and with his dinosaur, and he gets attacked by a bunch of bugs, and then
But he's saved by a Hulk. But this
Yeah.
Hulk
He's
is
saved by a
very articulate.
smart. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a very smart. He has like fucking gadgets and like a gun thing with him.
I think it's Greenland's version of Doc Green.
Dark green, yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then after that issue, there's a bonus issue in there where they explain how Planet Hawk or how Greenland was created. Because we have
Yeah.
it's basically to make a short summary of it, it's basically Planet of the Apes or Planet of the
Yeah.
Hawks. Because Amadeus
Yeah.
Cho's messing with radiation, and then one of the bombs goes off, and Amadeus Cho kind of explodes it with his testing, and it just turns everybody into hawk creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, so this whole issue is just about Doom sending Steve to go kill the Red King so that Steve can get his freedom.
Yes.
And the Red King will be out of the way.
Well, actually, he won his freedom because he won 12 matches or 12 rounds.
Yeah,
but he pretty much said it was pretty much insinuated if you don't complete this mission, you're not free.
Yeah. So,
And that's the end of the issue, like, because see, it does tie in, you know.
yeah, so now we go to the next issue, A-Force.
Which
A Force. A Force.
No, it was
No, it's A Force.
it was
It's A Force.
it was.
It's A Force.
I thought it was Ultimate End. My bad.
No. A Force. A Force has more
right.
Doom in it.
Doom, yes.
You wanna go with A Wars?
Yeah, I'll take A Force. Okay, A Force starts off with we're in Arcadia. And it's basically run by Baroness She-Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she has her little police force, which is basically every female Avenger or every female hero in the former
Ever.
Marvel Universe.
Yes.
So they're just basically doing their regular patrol, and suddenly Sharknado appears.
Yes. It literally is Sharknado. Like, we're not kidding you. It's Sharknado.
It's Sharknado.
Yeah.
Or Mega
Vortex
Shark.
pops up and a freaking Megalodon comes out.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Sharknado and Jurassic World come at you.
Yeah,
So
it's a Megalodon that comes out of a freaking whirlpool.
so a branch of the A Force has to fight this Megalodon, and America Chavez
Yes.
or Miss America.
Yes, that's my.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? Fuck this thing. she grabs the big ass shark and chucks it over Shield.
Yeah, which was breaking the law.
Yeah, which
Not-
yeah, do
not
not
going over the
yeah, do not cross
barrier,
borders.
like your border. Even if it's something you threw.
Yeah. So Doom is not happy.
No.
And and She-Hulk is trying to plead for Miss America to keep her there. And it's like, come on, she's young, she didn't know what she was doing. But Doctor Strange is like,
Yeah,
no.
it was the heat of the combat.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange is like, nah, fuck that. She has to work Shield for the rest of her life. So.
Oh, you want to talk about the cool thing about who her basic dead mother is in that world?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Sally.
Fucking Loki is a woman.
Fucking Loki, yo.
Loki is a woman in this new world.
Yep.
Wait, let me
Hot
ask you.
woman at that.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Did you see Sif?
No.
I don't think I saw Seth. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then that means that Loki took over Sif's body.
Ooh. Ooh, you son of a bitch. You ruined
But
this.
it,
ruined
I
it
just
for me.
love that
Yes.
Loki is the den mother all the
But
way.
at the end of the issue, so you think that's bad? At the end of the issue, something happens.
Yeah,
Two things happen.
Buddy, what's the first thing?
The first thing is they're really pissed off that America Chavez had to get taken away to go work on S.H.I.E.L.D. So She-Hulk is like, you know what, fuck that, that pisses me off. She's like one of our own. I'm gonna go see where the hell that thing came from.
And most of the A-Force is kind of like second guessing She-Hulk now.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, they're like second guessing her. So she's just like, shut the hell up, I rule this place. We're going to check out what this is because we're basically so they want to avenge like what happened to Chavez.
Yeah.
We're going to avenge her.
So they call Namor.
Namor.
They call
Namor.
Namor as their guide to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Wait, they called
Like
Namor. Wait, they called Namor, Namorita, and Namora. Yes.
Yeah. So they call them as a guide to the bottom of the ocean, and like their last panel is them getting to the bottom, and there's this giant bright light at the bottom, and She-Hulk has this look of like terror on her.
Yes.
Yes.
She looks freaking terrified,
Yep.
and then that just like cuts, and then we go to what Jared's about to talk about.
I just want to point out that Buddy said that they're trying to get to the bottom of the situation, and they literally have to go to the bottom.
Ah.
Started on the bottom, now we're here.
So the second thing that happens is who's the magic runaway person? I forget what her name is.
Dazzler? No, not Dazzler.
Oh, Nico Moreau.
Yes, she's really upset about this.
Yeah, she's from Runaways, by the way.
Yes.
She is pissed off, and she's like really.
She was like her bunkmate basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Loki was her dead mother too.
Yes. So she goes off. She's crying, and then something out of the sky lands, and it seems to be this mysterious universe-looking person.
Woman.
Yes. Yeah, it's literally like she just sees a meteor fall,
Yes.
and there's the shape of a woman, but she's like looks like a bunch of galaxies are all over her body.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Twilight and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like Twilight. Like you can't see anything on her but like a bunch of galaxies and stars.
So, yes. And so
she's
that's
like
what it is,
holding.
actually.
Yeah, that's where it ends. She's just holding her, and she's like, "What are you?"
So we don't know who that is. And, like, our best two guesses are either Captain Universe
Captain Universe
Kitty Pryde.
or Kitty
Kitty
Pryde.
Pryde from the Black
Which
Vortex.
it has to be Kitty Pryde from the Black Vortex. It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be because
I hope.
if it's not her, then there's no reason for that event to happen.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there was the whole Gamora thing.
What Gamora thing?
And,
What Gamora thing?
Gamora got her old look back.
Other than that, there's no reason for that event to happen.
That's true. Well, it was fun.
There's no reason for that event to happen so close to Secret Wars.
That's true.
Yeah, that's literally the end of the book. Like, it's just like, to be continued.
Yep.
And Ultimate End is after that one, which Quincy should probably explain.
Yeah, because
Quincy's
Quincy's.
the king of the Ultimate
Yeah.
Universe.
I am the king. Ultimate Universe. So as we said before, there are a bunch of parallel universes. So we're going to talk about Ultimate End, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Ultimate End.
Yeah, it's cool. So Ultimate End. So once again, we're doing this in order of Doom's presence.
Yes.
Yeah. Granted, you do not have to read it this way, but it makes more sense because, like, the way Doom's whole thing is playing out in each book.
There is only Doom.
Yeah, it makes you understand it a bit more reading it this way.
Yes, it makes you understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah,
exactly. So we're in the Ultimate Universe. What we think is the Ultimate Universe. We don't know if it's the original Ultimate Universe because we don't know the timeline until the end, actually.
All right.
And so basically what we have is that we have the Triskelion. This is different from like the helicarrier. It's like the land Triskelion from the MCU Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Like that's the main shield base.
Right.
Yep.
And so, but a little bit before that though, we see Spider-Man, and we don't know who it. Well, for a while we don't know which kind of Spider-Man it is, but we didn't see him in the original outfit. And so Spider-Man is fighting members of the Serpent Society. So just an average day big Spider-Man.
Yeah, and this is Peter, Granny.
Right? But we don't know which Peter it is. So that's why I'm being,
Oh yeah, true. We did because they talk about the other one being dead.
Yeah.
But
we're pretty sure. I'm just saying because we don't know. Like I don't know if this is like a new universe. Like if he just.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand.
So he could be a copy of a copy, which clones and all.
yeah, I was confused with that.
Yeah, it's cool. And so he's been basically doing his Spider-Man thing, but he's basically late for a meeting, and we don't know what that meeting is yet. But he's late, and he has to go fight these Serpent Society. They're all women, by the way. And so he's having a little trouble, and who is to show up but the Ultimates, or the all-new Ultimates? And we're talking about Bombshell, Black Widow, who is not who you think it is. It's actually Jessica Drew, clone of the Ultimate Universe Peter Parker. We have Cloak and we have Dagger. Strangely enough, Miles Morales is missing.
Yeah, no one knows where he is.
No one knows where he is?
Oh, I know where he is.
Yeah, I know where he is.
So basically they kind of mingle, they do their thing, and then like Peter Parker's like, okay, so you're telling me that everyone in this universe knows who I am? They're like, yes. You serious? He's like, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, and you're my clone. He's like, yes. There's no way. He's like, I know what you're thinking right now. He's like, what am I thinking? And she tells him, he's like, I don't like clones.
Don't worry, Peter. We feel the exact same way.
And so basically, so he's like, dang, I can't take this anymore. I'm late already. I'm gonna go to the Triskelion to meet with the other heroes. So we get
in the nicest way possible. He's pretty much like, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving."
Yeah, he's like, and they're like, "Oh, so you're gonna go to that meeting where they're gonna talk about us, and we don't even get a vote?" He's like, yeah, kind of."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was like.
It's like,
basically.
It's like, "Yep, peace."
And so he gets there, and basically, Spider-Man being Spider-Man, he doesn't use the front door, so he gets on the window. He's like, "Hey, you guys let me in."
Like,
because Peter's weird and creepy like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Gary's
he knocks on the window. He's like, and then like apparently like Iron Man prepared for this because he has like a garage door opener for the windows, and he like lets him in. And so they start talking about, okay, look, so basically it gets really trippy because we see two Tony Starks. Now we see one Tony Stark in his armor and like his original Iron Man armor, like the original red and gold.
Right.
On the other side, we see Iron Man in a V-neck and a long sleeve V-neck drinking martinis. So we know which one is which.
Yeah.
The ultimate one is the one that's drinking because we know for a fact that the old Iron Man doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing is that Ultimate Tony Stark can't work the suit sober.
Right, basically.
Really?
Because who would get into that? Because who the fuck would get into that thing sober?
True.
Well, there's a bunch of things names wrong because, like, technically speaking, the 6'1", I mean, not 6'1", the 1610 Iron Man, that's the Ultimate one. He actually has a tumor, but it's a tumor around his entire body, so it basically makes him a living brain tumor.
I thought that was
What?
I thought that was written out of continuity.
No, it's canon here. Trust me. Like, they even mention it.
What? I thought
So
they
he can
took.
regenerate shit.
I thought they
Yeah.
took that out during the search for the Infinity Gauntlet.
No, well, it's reference here. Trust me.
So you telling me that dude had
No.
he had a brain tumor that wraps around his body for some reason,
Yeah, it's what makes him smart, basically.
and
Because
he
his
also
whole body is his brain.
has an Infinity Gem in his brain for some reason.
Yeah, it's Ultimate Universe. I know. This is the universe is trying to make it more simple.
The Infinity Gem is the tumor within the tumor.
Yes. And Tombception.
I thought
His tumor's so big it has a tumor.
I thought this Tony Stark was going to survive this whole thing and
Oh,
to
just keep continuing the story.
Yeah. Come on. I like now you're trying to make sense of it. What? He has a tumor
Yeah,
still?
just continue on with it.
So basically, they're talking like, I'm just gonna call him Adult Tony and Kid Tony. Adult Tony is mad at Kid Tony because he's like, once again, you screwed up everything. He's like, hey, that's not fair. He's like, how can you talk to yourself like that? He's like, because I know you, because I know about responsibility. You're just gonna take another drink.
which he takes another
He's
drink.
like, you're the reason why. He was like, you're the reason why this whole thing happened. And he's like, how is that? He's like, because I know you. If I was able to access like something as you did, and you had a stick to poke it with, I would do it too.
I would totally poke it. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he's like, I would poke it too, so I know you.
So in the midst of that, so they're trying to make a plan. For some reason, on the Ultimate side, we have Nick Fury, basically Samuel Jackson.
Oh, there's two Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Hawkeye, but like he's not the Hawkeye that actually this is the Hawkeye with the family, or he had a family.
That's Ultimate Hawkeye.
Yeah. Who else do we have? We have
Hawkeye of the MCU. Don't worry, you'll get yours.
and so we have Nick Fury, Ultimate Hawkeye, and Ultimate Tony Stark. On the other side, we have Cyclops, Storm, Emma Frost, God, who else? Emma Frost, Doc Green, and Scarlet Witch, and
Spider-Man.
and Tony Stark,
and Spider-Man.
Oh, and Hawkeye, sorry,
Spidey.
and Spider-Man. Yes, and then Spider-Man's like, wait, so you're telling me that everyone in this room knows that I'm Peter Parker? And he's like,
His whole purpose in this issue is to be pissed off about.
yeah, and then Doc Green's like, no, now we know you're Peter Parker because you told us.
I love that. It was like in Ultimate Spider-Man when he went with the X-Men because something happened with a mutant,
Yeah.
and they're like, they took off his mask, and he's like, oh great, now everyone's gonna know I'm Peter Parker. He's like, well now we know you're Peter Parker. Now we know you're Peter Parker. We didn't know your name. We just knew what you looked like.
Yeah, only like half the people raised their hand. He's like, oh great, now everyone's gonna know I'm Peter Parker. And he's like, nope, now we do. And I'm like, okay, take off your mask.
He's like, no, I'm
it's
not
secret identity.
And he's like, are you telling me that I'm gonna have to get used to living here and everyone knowing who I am? He's just really mad about that.
Yeah, that's his whole purpose, is to be pissed off. It was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, and so basically it's a talking issue. You can tell that because it's a Bendis issue.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of talking in that issue.
I'm pretty
Anytime almost.
sure.
The whole issue is basically them trying to figure out what happened.
What to do. Yeah, figure out what happened
and what to do about it.
And so I think Amadeus Cho was there too because Kid Tony Stark bought Amadeus Cho's like rift thing, like dimensional rift, and that's what caused this whole event to begin with.
Yeah.
And so basically they're like, okay, look, we're gonna split up and try and figure this out. So the 616 people, the main universe people, are like, okay, let's just leave and like figure that's out. And then Emma Frost. Cyclops had Emma Frost read everyone's minds, and they're like, she's like, yeah, they don't trust us, and he's like, why should they?
Right.
On the other side of the conflict, Nick Fury's like, I don't trust them, and Hawkeye's like, why should you?
Right.
Yeah. And granted, in this thing, they are fighting the whole time.
Yes.
They are yelling at each other this whole issue. And what makes it crazy is that the calm and collected one that rallied everyone together by the end of this issue was the Hulk.
Like, keep this in mind. The two people trying to keep it together are Scarlet Witch, who literally killed mutants on a whim, and the Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk was literally the one that explained everything and
he was
why
the voice
we
of
worked
reason.
together. Yeah, and
so
even he said himself, he said, "Guys, if I'm the one here that is calm and that needs to be done, then we really have a problem."
Yes, and so by the end of it, like, Nick Fury's only thing is we need to figure this out before Doom finds out. We need to figure this out before Doom finds out. And so this whole time, I'm thinking that he means like Ultimate Doom, because that's a bad thing in its own. Only to find out that at the end of the issue, Ultimate Hawkeye is like, you know that whole thing about Doom not finding out? I think he found out, because you see the Doom Guard flying straight towards them. And so it turns out that it's not Ultimate Doom, it's God Doom.
Yeah.
And he knows.
Oh, he knows.
Turns out he's been reading the story as well as everyone else.
So
He's like, I am a huge fan of Hickman.
So basically, the whole reason they were upset is not because Tony Stark basically broke reality. It's because he crossed borders.
Is there anything that Tony doesn't fuck up?
Drinking.
No, even he fucks that up.
Okay.
All right, so that's literally the end of the issue.
That's the end of the issue. Yeah. But
Which one comes next?
Interesting note is that at the end of the issue, one of the Doom Guard is a Thor Groot.
Yeah.
And we get our appearance from Throg.
Yes, and Throg. Yes.
Wasn't Battleworld the one after this, Jared?
Yep, Battleworld.
Yes, because there's a funny reference.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
Because I have...
Or was it Spider-Verse?
No, it's Battleworld.
No, it was Battleworld, and then it was
it's Battleworld. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so Battleworld. I have a love-hate relationship with Battleworld.
Okay.
This is I think it's gonna be 3 or 4 issues. I think.
About yeah.
Yeah, and I guess now from what it sees, it's gonna be each issue is gonna be 2 different stories.
Yes.
And it's just showing these quick little They're battles. They're quick little 12 15 page battles. And there's 2 stories taking place here. There's a story about Punisher and there's a story about MODOK. And yeah, MODOK. And here's the reason why I fell in love with this issue.
Okay.
Remember earlier when I had spoken about Havoc or Scott Summers being the Baron and having a Suicide Squad?
Yes.
They show up in this.
Mm-hmm.
You just see Punisher. Punisher's just walking around doing his monologue like he always does.
And Punisher?
Yeah,
you soon find out that it's Punisher with Doctor Strange morphed inside of his body,
which is already strange because we know for a fact that Doctor Strange is supposed to be the
we already know for a fact there's already a Doctor Strange as the right hand of Doom.
But
so there's another Doctor Strange morphed into Frank Castle's consciousness.
He possessed Doctor Strange. He possessed Doom. I mean, he possessed the Punisher. He possessed the Punisher.
Which is cool because he let him keep his mind though.
Yeah.
So they could talk to each other.
Yeah.
Let's just make a reference to Punisher is back because we thought he died and Secret Wars up 1.
Oh, that's not going to last
long.
long.
He's not. He's just walking around.
He's not love for
and you
this
find out
world.
he's possessed by Strange. And this is where the Suicide Squad people come in.
Yes.
Because it turns out Scott, the Summers, Baron Summers, has sent a
Hulk
foursome of people to kill the Punisher.
Yes.
Which happens to be Wolverine.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember everyone that was in it.
It was a Wolverine, a Spider-Man, a Hulk.
Yeah, it Yeah, it was a Black Spider-Man. It was a Green Hulk. But that Hulk was Banner. It said his name was Bruce Banner.
Yeah, no, because it's a version of the Hulk, so it could be like any.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there was a black suit Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, and
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and Ghost Rider, and they just start unleashing hell on each other. And we all know that the Punisher, the main thing is weapons. And he's like guns, explosives, anything he can get his hands on. But now that he's morphed with Strange, he doesn't have to carry weapons anymore.
Nope.
Because Strange just morphs, phases weapons into the Punisher's hand. So he's basically phaser laser guns that explode. Like you see him like orange mystical guns popping up in his hands while he's shooting people, and like mystical grenades that he can throw, and it's just this like huge all out battle.
Yep.
And he was like, and they were like, "We're gonna kill you, Punisher," and he was just like, "Yeah," and then he like straight up like shoots Spidey. He kills Spidey. He kills the Hulk.
Oh,
and he kills Ghost Rider because they were like, "We were gonna kill you," and he's just like, "Yeah."
How
Do
he
you think you're gonna kill me?
Wait, how he kills the Hulk? It is fucking spectacular. All right, so Hulk is about to is rampaging and is about to crush him, but using Doctor Strange's powers, he stops Hulk like in midair and calms him.
That makes him blow up.
No, he calms him down. He calms him. He does a spell that calms him down, and he becomes Bruce Banner. And in midair, he just blows him up.
Yeah.
He was just like, "You're not the strongest," and he's like, you just see him like slowly turning into and literally it's mist. It's just like he snaps his fingers.
I think we should mention like why the Fearsome Foursome or why that's a reference to the Fantastic Four, because like those people actually became the Fantastic Four at like one point. But I think we should reference why they're after the Punisher.
I forget why he's even after the Punisher.
Because he crossed borders.
Oh yeah, he's a border crosser.
He was like, "You've crossed borders, and you know that's one of the biggest like crimes."
It's like the rule. Like all these stories, the main rule is not to cross borders.
Do not cross borders.
Doom doesn't want an uprising against him. And before they even start killing each other, like they gave him a chance to go appear in court.
Yes.
And Punisher straight up says, "He's like, that pretty much means you're just gonna kill me at Doom's castle. So fuck it, bro."
Trial by combat.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And he just like starts fighting all these people, and Ghost Rider says like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you," and that's when Punisher's like, "Yeah, if you think you're gonna kill me, yeah, dream on." But then you see Wolverine's claws stab right through his chest.
Yes.
And kill his ass. And, he ends up dying, and Strange was like, "Oh, you were so easy to accept death. Not me."
Yep.
And he comes back, Wolverine goes back, and it turns out it's Summers as his master. And, he asked, like, if it was done, if he did everything, and he was like, "Doom wanted him alive!" And it was like, "Yeah, well, it's the Punisher."
Yeah.
He was like, "At least give him credit for dying as a man." And then he was like, "All right," he was like, "All right, fuck it." And Strange was like, "You know what, Wolverine?" He's like, "You may be stubborn as hell, but you're not." He's like, "You're not gonna be able to hold me out." So he pretty much says like Logan's gonna be his new his new body.
Yeah,
is what we get out of it. So it's gonna be Wolverine Strange. It's gonna be the new one.
Yep.
Dr. Wolverine.
Dr. Wolverine.
And then it just ends. It ends with Sinister like hovering over Wolverine as Wolverine's like walking.
Or Logan Strange.
Yeah, Logan Strange. And he just talks about
what I do.
And what I do is magic.
Isn't.
It's illusion.
Yeah, and that's what you get from it.
And what I do isn't really normal. It's strange. So this is where
things get weird.
Okay.
Things get weird.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, granted, this was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, but
so
out of place.
Out of place.
Out of place.
Yeah, it just you see, it's MODOK is
You know what I think?
Decides.
This story should have been first.
Yeah, they should have ended the Punisher one with the last, because
Yeah.
that was the best.
Sure, yeah.
But this is you see, MODOK, he wants to be the whole. I can sum this up in like a minute.
Go ahead.
MODOK wants to take over the world. Wants to take over the world and like overthrow Doom. So he brings like 100 different versions of himself from different, different points of time and being in existence and universe and all this stuff. So he has like 100 different MODOKs, and it's just them trying to figure out who the dominant MODOK is, and trying to figure out like arguing if destroying Doom is a good thing or not, or if should they destroy Doom? Should they be bad? Should they be good? And it's just them bitching and fighting and freaking out, and then MODOK is just like, you know what, this is bullshit, and tries to send them back. And then baby MODOK just loses his shit, and they just start killing each other.
Yep.
Then it ends.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, basically, if you've seen one episode of Superhero Squad, this is basically that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all it is a bunch of MODOK arguing with each other and then killing each other.
Yep.
A cartoon story.
Yeah, and then it just shows at the end the Thor Corps going over there because Doom's trying to take out all the different AIM, the AIM things.
Oh, what does AIM stand for?
Oh, AIM stands for Advanced
Intelligent.
No.
Advanced Idea Methodologies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, all right.
No.
Yeah, they're like, all right, MODOK. Yeah, they kick open the door. They're like, all right, MODOK, hold still. And it just shows a bunch of dead MODOKs.
Yep.
And then, and they were just like, oh, God, this is a shitty day. See you next week. Did it.
Yeah, it was
Why does MODOK
like a
ever
Looney
want to
Tunes
do
cartoon.
anything?
Never.
MODOK sucks.
It felt like a Looney Tunes cartoon to me. It's exactly
Yeah.
that. Literally, at the end, I thought the little Looney Tunes thing was going to pop up and Bugs Bunny was going to be like,
I was waiting for Freakazoid to pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, that's like the most. I love this whole thing, but that was like the most out of place, weirdest thing that they didn't need.
Yep.
Because even the Wolverine story had a purpose. To introduce Summers and him having the freaking Suicide Squad people.
Yeah.
Which
makes sense to say, okay, well, if that's who we got to be a Suicide Squad, no wonder he was able to overthrow Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that was awesome, and then it just kind of went downhill. So, I didn't understand that. I'm glad we got the Punisher story to bring more of Summers in to know what he's all about.
Okay, so now we're going to go to Spider-Verse, yes.
What, one of y'all can take over Spider-Verse.
That's Jared all the way.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I've read it, I know about it, but I don't feel like talking about it.
Spider-Verse, I actually like this better than the other Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't spectacular.
Shut up. I'm going to make a quick summary out of this. Okay, basically we're on, I forget where, I think, no, it's not, it's somewhere, Arachnia. And it's basically New York. And, and Gwen Stacy has to stop some grave robbers. And basically she stops them.
She's having issues.
Yeah, she stops them, but she's having she doesn't remember anything. And
she's having deja vu.
Yeah, she's having visions of deja vu. She just doesn't know who she is. Other than her name is Gwen Stacy, and she has the Spider-Man powers, and she has to fight crime. And throughout
she just feels like certain things have happened, certain events.
Yeah, and throughout the issue, Peter Parker Spider-Man has disappeared.
Yeah, well, he's dead.
Is he dead or
apparently?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says on the news that he's dead.
Yeah.
But do we believe the news?
Nah.
Yeah.
So
because the whole thing involves Norman. So
yeah. So she's struggling, trying to figure out what's going on with her. Meanwhile, we cut to Captain Britain Spider-Man.
Yes.
With his sidekick.
With his sidekick.
Spider-Man from India.
Yeah, and we also had they stopping some heist at the docks, and
Yeah, India Spider-Man helps him.
yeah, it was a setup, but yeah, they got free, and then we cut to Gwen Stacy's first day at her new job at the mayor's office, and it happens to be Mayor Osborn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparently she
Fucking
knows.
Norman.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
And apparently,
and with the one at the docks, India Spider-Man feels the exact same way that Gwen does.
yeah, everybody feels the same way that she does.
Yeah, they have like this. Well, the ones that have the actual spider sense do.
Yeah,
They're having that deja vu that like something's up and like there's maybe more of them out there.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
apparently, so Gwen Stacy is trying to find her identity, and while doing Google searches and shit, she finds that fact that she's dead, even though she went to her gravesite. She finds that she's dead and that Norman Osborn has something to do with it. It wasn't proven, but he has something to do with her death.
Yeah, so she's been undercover working there for a while.
Yeah. And there's this big door that only a limited number of people are able to get into. So she's gonna enter that door, and when she does, she
Tell them
finds
who the fuck is in there.
they find that Spider-Ham is behind the dam.
God damn it.
It's Spider-Ham, and apparently Norman Osborn is trying to start the Sinister Six, but with all the Spider people.
Yes.
And
God damn, fucking Spider-Ham.
and that's where the issue ends. I didn't read the second part because I didn't care. It's basically how Spider-Ham got to that point. But whatever.
Fucking Spider-Ham.
That was
God
Spider-Ham.
damn, I was decently enjoying it. I'm like, man, out of all of them, why Spider-Man?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my prediction now about the Spider-Verse. The end goal of this Spider-Verse is once we get to the new Marvel Universe, Spider-Gwen is going to be Gwen Stacy.
Okay.
It's going to be our Gwen Stacy. It's going to be
Wait, so we're gonna what? So like Gwen Stacy's gonna be undone from the death, and only Uncle Ben will be the one that stays alive.
She's also having memories of other Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
She's like, she like made a reference how like it's like, oh, you're just in here for science, and oh, I'm just a leader of a all-girls punk band.
No, she doesn't.
To Peter Parker dying.
Yeah, and she has the fact that she like remembers the songs, but she can't like.
Yeah, she remembers.
Yeah, but she can't like really
Yeah,
get.
she remembers these songs so well. Knows that they're not anything on the radio.
Yeah.
But she knows them perfectly. And right before that, she had talked about, made a joke about her being in a band.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
Basically, what happened is Norman Osborn somehow found a way to like break into each universe and steal a spider person.
Probably.
That's basically the plot of Spider-Verse and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that's the
that
exact
is
plot.
it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. So that's how they solved that little issue.
So
for Miles Morales to pop up.
Yeah, so basically,
no,
he's not there. He's not going to be there. He's not going to be there.
He's not going to be there.
He's not going to. So basically, it's going to be the merging of Gwen Stacy.
Right. That basically the whole point of like the whole point of us seeing Ultimate End is so Miles Morales has a reason to be in the main universe, and the whole reason of this is so Gwen Stacy is in.
No, I think Ultimate End is the reason for random Ultimate Universe to enter the main universe.
Yeah, like Nick Fury is going to be the Nick Fury.
Yeah, and Miles is going to be there.
Wait, but wasn't there already a Black Nick Fury in 6 months?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he was the son of Nick Fury.
He's dead now, John. He's dead.
No, he's Nick Fury Jr.
He's dead now. Okay, he's dead.
Nick Fury.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Just leave it
He's
alone.
dead. He's dead. All right. He's gone.
It would be so funny if Nick Fury if this Nick Fury like becomes our main Nick Fury, but he has like flashbacks and he's white Nick Fury.
But I think
Actually, it was always funny that in Ultimates, whenever Nick Fury had basically a veil mask, and he just like turned white.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, like they actually made a thing for that, like a costume to where like
how do you know it was me, dude? You have an eye patch.
All right, and so that
was literally the end of it too.
Yeah, was that all of the was that all the tie-ins?
No, we got two more.
Oh yeah, there's Master Kung Fu.
Master of Kung Fu.
Which honestly had really nothing to do with the main story.
No, it could.
It was just the setup of Kun Lung.
Yeah, it basically what's going to come out of this is there's going to be a Kung Fu presence in the Marvel Universe.
It's almost like it's almost like a TV show's about to come out for like pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even going to discuss Masters of Kung Fu. We're just going to say it's the setup of a Kung Fu presence.
Yeah, So if you like Kung Fu, pick up Masters of Kung Fu.
If you like
it has nothing
about Kung Fu.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, it was a fun read, but has nothing to do with
it has nothing. Other than
and Deadpool's Secret Wars really doesn't either that much.
No,
it doesn't think a Deadpool book was going to have anything.
Yeah, it basically is basically doing the other Secret Wars, the first Secret Wars.
I know. Yeah. So if you like Deadpool, pick that up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Deadpool didn't make a thing in Secret Wars.
Nah.
Like he didn't make a cameo.
Doom is not going to allow this.
Doom does not allow this.
We did it, guys. We discussed the first week of Secret Wars in an hour.
Yeah, but that's just because we didn't talk about all the tie-ins.
Yeah.
Like Avengers and Avengers World.
No.
This is what we're talking about.
Okay, so now we get to go to our character of the week. Oh, actually, no, our top 10 list.
Yeah, do you want to do a character of the week? Because that'll be a 6-hour show.
Yeah,
okay, our character of the week is Punisher because
we talked about him and he was awesome.
Because Punisher.
Because he's the Punisher.
Because Punisher.
He's the Punisher.
Because he's just crazy old Frank Castle.
Crazy old Frank Castle.
He's the exact same origin story since his creation. He's still a Vietnam. He's still a Vietnam vet, and it works just fine.
That would be so funny if like in every kingdom like they have a Punisher but no matter what like he's always consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we just have this a Secret War show and a top 10 show.
Okay. So now we're going to go into top 10. Our top 10 was actually chosen by Buddy. So what was the top 10, Buddy?
This is our top 10 favorite alternate versions of superheroes, which basically means someone who is not the main original character and who is most well known. So like your Batman, your Captain America, any character, as long as it's not the original person or most famous known person of that character.
Yes.
Anything counts.
Okay. So I was a little confused by this. So does the list have to be that same character, or can it be anybody?
It can be alternate versions, or it can be No. That's not what I'm asking. Right. I'm asking, does it have to be alternate versions of the exact same character?
Yes.
No. Any character. It can be any character. Any character that's not the main character.
Right.
So you can have a different Captain America, a different Batman, a different
Right.
Okay. Now, but there are some things to this because there's like Nick Fury and then there's Ultimate Nick Fury, and some would say that the Ultimate Nick Fury is the more popular one.
And some people would be wrong. That's like me saying the Green Lantern is John Stewart.
Let's just do a completely different person.
Yeah.
Completely different person.
Does the Ultimate
the original?
Does the Ultimate Universe count?
Yes, it has to.
As long as it's not that person.
So we do it like this, okay? The main Marvel universe, the 616, and anybody in that universe is off. Is doesn't count. Now, if there's
unless it's a legacy character.
Yes, unless it's legacy.
I wouldn't even count. I wouldn't even count that. I wouldn't even count that.
So you wouldn't even count White Tiger?
No.
Anyone, I say it's
If
anyone who's
they're-
not the original or most popular version of said character.
If it's
Yeah.
in continuity with the 616 universe,
Okay, but Jared, by that logic, Captain Marvel doesn't count.
Captain Marvel doesn't count.
Let's just make it simple. Like as long as it's not Steve Rogers, it's not Bruce Wayne, it's not Barry Allen,
But
it's not
I-
Hal Jordan, it's not.
My thing,
You know.
my thing is I'm counting continuity with 616 and continuity with DC. If it's not the main universe, if it's not those two main
It's
universe,
not mainstream. It's
Yeah.
not mainstream.
then anybody else,
I've already made my list. So
Yeah. Okay.
we're gonna get a lot of
I'll
arguing.
go first.
me go first.
No, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, at my number 10, let's see if this counts. I'll set it up. I'll make all the errors. At number 10, my guy was John Stewart, Green Lantern,
Doesn't count.
because I said that he's different
It
from Alan
doesn't
Scott.
count.
that's fine.
It doesn't count because he's not an alternate.
Okay, I know. That's why I'm making the errors now.
It does.
Okay, so he
It
doesn't
does
count.
count.
How does it
Because
count?
he's not the most popular character, and he's not the original. That's what I meant about this whole list.
No,
It's
I
like,
thought-
as long as he's not the most popular and not the original.
What I thought you meant by this list was okay. We have. Let's say.
See,
let's say.
this
Let's.
is why
Explain this
we
in
need
the text.
no. This is why we need these rules in advance, at least
Yes.
like a couple of days, so
What-
we can prepare these lists.
What I say.
Because
What.
off the flim, I don't understand what the fuck
Yeah.
we're supposed to be
What
doing.
I.
let's just go.
What I
Let's
say.
just
No.
go.
What I say
We'll
about
do it
all.
live.
What I say
I
about.
explained this to Quincy.
No. What I say about
in the
alternate.
chat.
Oh, good for Quincy. What
Yeah.
about Jared?
Well,
and me?
you were in the chat, but you weren't saying anything. So this is your own
Because
fault
I
for not
have your
understanding.
fucking-
I have the fucking chat on mute.
Yeah.
All right.
Me
What
too.
is okay? Just listen. What is hard to understand about this? And as long as it is not the original person who put on that suit or the most popular version of said character,
Define popular, though,
But
because some people like it.
that's not that's not the alternate
the
version
most
of it.
defined version in the entire world.
But that's not
Okay,
that's
like,
not.
yeah.
When you ask anyone on the street who that character,
Who Green Lantern is, they'll either say Hal Stewart
You're
or
gonna say
John.
Hal
I mean Hal Jordan or John Stewart.
yeah, you're
No,
gonna say
most
Hal
people go John Stewart.
That is true. So I should have said Hal
guarantee
Jordan.
you
No, I
it's
was
Hal
kidding.
Jordan. Hal Jordan.
Most people, every time I've ever asked somebody about Green Lantern, they go,
John
John
Stewart.
Stewart, the black guy? And I go,
Yeah.
Never heard.
yeah, sure, let's go with that.
All right.
I've never
My-
heard
my thing-
anybody
my-
say Hal
my-
Jordan.
See, had I said Guy Gardner, this wouldn't have happened.
My thing with the my thing.
That's because nobody likes Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nobody likes Guy Gardner. My thing is the alternate version would be using Cape Pride from Days of Future Past, except for regular Cape Pride.
Yeah, we can use alternate versions.
That's what I thought the list was. Alternate versions of characters.
Okay, let's.
No.
All right, whatever. Okay, so that was my number 10. My number. Okay, this is gonna be better. My number 9 is Batman, but Batman from Earth 2, Thomas Wayne.
That's the list. That's the list.
Okay, my number 8 is Magistrate Braddock. This is actually Psylocke from Earth 1292-8. This is basically the universe where everyone's a Nazi.
Okay.
My number 7 is Aqualad, and I'm talking about Calder Om. Like that's the black Aqualad. Does he count?
Yes.
Which
Because
universe?
he's awesome.
Which universe?
Because what universe? He's
Doesn't matter. Who
yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
No. Which universe?
Yes. Just fucking finish.
No.
Number.
No.
Get
We,
over it, Eric.
no. Because this is a stupid listing.
Dude, really? I put it in the fucking chat.
You said alternate versions of characters.
Yes, but I put in annotations under it. Right after I wrote that, I said if anyone counts as long as it is not the most popular character and or originator of the outfit. That is not hard to understand. That is not hard.
All right, number.
Man, no, let me look this up.
Really?
Yes.
Just look it up. Just spin it.
Because no.
This is more annoying than it is anything.
No, it's not. Because it completely
You're
takes the
making it
list
too
off.
complicated.
No, it's not that complicated that I'm making it. If as long as it's not continuity of the main Marvel universe or the main DC universe, then it's on the table.
Let it be your list then.
No, then it's a completely different list.
Your list.
It's the Aqualad from Young Justice, and that was a card, and that was a comic, so it counts.
What was that?
Bam.
What was that?
It's the Aqualad from Young Justice, and that counts because that was a comic series.
Okay.
Bam, really?
Yeah.
That's all I had to say?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
We didn't say alternate comic. We just said alternate character.
Okay,
Yeah.
number
That counts
6.
cartoons and movies.
Number
Yes.
6.
Number 6, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, that counts.
No.
Yeah, he's awesome. He should have been in Mad Max. Number 5. This is going to be Anna Marie Raven. This is actually Rogue. However, in this Earth, she's from Earth 161. This is actually where she actually gets Nightcrawler's power, but it stays permanent. So she always looks like Nightcrawler, but in girl form. It's awesome. Number 4 is going to be Prelate Summers from Earth 295. Damn it. This is the Age of Apocalypse universe. This is one of the best versions of Cyclops.
Yeah, I like that.
Number 3 is Hunter Spider-Man from What If Spider-Man Killed Kraven. Number 2 is Captain America, Sam Wilson.
Nice.
And number 1 is Nightcrawler from Earth 295. This is basically the Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler. He is my favorite of the alternate versions.
Pretty much like every Age of Apocalypse version of the X-Men is just the best.
Yeah, it's true. Except for no, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like that one. Yeah.
Jared.
I disagree
You
with
go
your
now.
list.
What
I
is
disagree with your
I
list
swear to God, I'm
at
gonna
all.
contest.
I completely disagree with your list.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Go.
All right, first at number 10.
No.
What?
No.
Hey, buddy, you want to do your list?
Okay.
Huh?
You want to do your list?
You do your list first, and then I'll go. Then John can go last.
Yeah, because I'm so ready my fucking list.
Yeah. I'm going Cape
We're gonna
Pride.
mix it up. We're gonna do Quincy, since me and Quincy agree, and then you'll go, and then me, then John. So it's 2 sides against each other. We're gonna mix it.
It's gonna be Secret Wars. Number 3.
Yeah. So you
Because
go ahead and do
it
yours.
seems like the list is just like, let's
No,
pick.
this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead, do yours.
Number 10.
Cape Pride, Days of Future Past.
Okay.
That counts.
I know it counts because it's the alternate version of Cape Pride.
What's the world? No, what's the Earth number?
Days of Future Past
What's the Earth number?
is the
Whichever
Days of
one Days of Future Past was in the original story. God.
yeah.
I know, I'm just joking. Okay, go ahead.
Number 9.
Yes.
I am going with. Let's go with Old Man Logan.
Okay.
Okay, number 8. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Ultron from Rage of Ultron.
All right. Wait, like at the end, Rage of Ultron, or Ultron at the beginning?
At the end, Ultron.
Okay.
Because I guess he counts as a hero at the end.
Yeah, he has a heart.
Yep.
Fucking Tin Man.
Number 7. I'm going with huh. I'm going with Spider-Man 2099.
Okay.
Oh, Miguel.
Yep.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
All right.
I like Miguel.
Huh?
I said I like Miguel.
Yep. Number 6. I'm going with Earth 2 Superman.
Which one is that?
Silver Age Earth 2 Superman. One.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That was from Crisis of no, not Crisis. Infinity Crisis.
I think that's
Infinite Crisis.
Okay,
Yeah, Infinite Crisis.
Right. Yeah.
All right, number 5. I'm going with Batman from Red Sun.
Okay. Comrade Batman. Comrade Wayne. My parents die.
What else? Number 4. Number 4, I'm going with what's his name from Earth X. Was it Human Torch? Not sure.
And Earth X?
Yeah, Earth X. There was the half robot guy. I forget what his name.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, hold on. I think
There was a Human Torch that's an android.
No,
That's
no.
what you're talking
Yeah. I think that's him, but I'm not sure.
about. Okay. Yeah, I think his name was Sam Hamad. Or Hamond.
Wait, hold on.
Hammond,
Hammond. There, thank you.
the living synthezoid.
Yeah. And then
Okay, cool.
number 3, I'm going with Superman from Kingdom Come.
Oh, old man. Okay. Old man Superman.
Yep. Number 2, I'm going with Ultimate Hawkeye.
Okay, that's cool.
And number 1, Ultimate Nick Fury.
I don't know. That's pretty popular.
Yeah.
So it's almost mainstream.
Yeah.
No, hold up now. Hang on now. If I couldn't use Jon Stewart, you can't use Nick Fury. Hold up now.
Ultimate Nick Fury is out of continuity.
Is he?
Yeah, he's out of the mainstream
Yeah,
616.
You could have said just Jon Stewart. If you would have said Jon Stewart from the Justice League series, then you could have got away with it.
No, because I said Jon Stewart, not Alan Scott. So I a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your Jon Stewart is in the main DC universe.
Oh, forgive him for being one of the popular black characters.
If you, yeah, if you said,
blame Buddy for giving such.
I know.
Strict? Jerry's the one who's strict.
How's mine rigged? How's mine rigged?
It can be alternate versions. It can be alternate versions, universes. I said, it can be anything you want.
We gotta stop this black on black crime.
Right,
man.
but
I said I didn't give a flying shit who it is.
But let me tell you. But let me ask this. Okay, we're gonna do a list of alternate characters right after we did Secret Wars, where it's filled with alternate versions of characters, and still use continuity characters.
Okay, fine. I'll make a retraction. It's Jon Stewart from the Injustice series. How about that?
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's an alternate now, isn't he?
Yeah. Is it in? Is Injustice in DC continuity? Is it in the main? Is it in the mainline DC universe?
Man of Steel would have you think yes.
Some would assume that it's what the Justice Lords would have been given like a couple more years.
Yeah. Even then, the Justice Lords were alternate reality.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, buddy, it's your turn. Back me up, man.
All right, hold on.
I want you to say something hilarious. I want you to be like Blue Beetle from.
No, number 10 is Nightcrawler from the Apocalypse universe.
Yep.
And number 9 is Norman Osborn as Iron Patriot. Number 8 is Tim Drake as Robin.
Okay.
Number 7 is Miguel O'Hara as Spider-Man 2099.
Right.
6 is Sam Wilson as Captain America. Number 5 is Thomas Wayne as Earth 2 Batman. Number 4 is Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern. Number 3, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. 2 is Terry McGinnis from the Future Spider-Man, Batman Beyond Universe. And my number 1 is Wally as the Flash.
See, he basically had the same list as me. Like 5 people from that list were on my list.
I have a discrepancy. I have a
alternate versions.
I have a discrepancy.
Okay.
All right, you said not the originators of the characters, right?
Yeah.
So why is Norman Osborn's Iron Patriot in it?
Huh? I didn't hear you.
Why is Norman Osborn's Iron Patriot in it?
Because actually, Norman Osborn took the Iron Patriot thing from Captain America and Iron Man. That was an amalgam of both those characters. So
yeah,
technically that counts.
But Norman Osborn is the first person to actually wear the suit.
I don't know. Actually, I don't think so, because I think the Iron Man suit. I think it was just an Iron Man suit that he just painted. So it's just an Iron Man suit.
He gave it a different name. That's a different identity altogether. Because then James Rose used the Iron Patriot armor in the comics later on.
Yeah, for like 4 issues.
But he still used it.
I know.
Well, I didn't think that Norman was the original Iron Patriot, because I don't read Iron Man that much.
Yeah.
I've seen the whole arc.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've seen the arc with Norman and the Iron Man.
What was it? What was it? Avengers: Dark Reign?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that because Harry Osborn.
It was like a first issue or something.
Yeah, I remember that because Harry Osborn was American Son.
Yeah.
I've never read Dark Reign though.
It's cool. Yeah, no, it's cool, buddy.
I just love it because like everyone's going Spider-Man and going, so how do we defeat? So what's wrong with Norman Osborn? Like he's crazy, and they just blow him off because they think he's cracking a joke.
No,
he's fucking crazy.
Then can I change Norman and put someone?
Well, you can actually say Rhodey.
Might as well gonna have to.
Or I could say Magneto from House of M.
Yeah, that's true too.
Okay.
There. That's mine.
All right, it's John's turn.
Oh shit! It's my turn.
Yeah.
Hey, do like me. Just wing it.
Okay. How about Earth 2 Green Lantern Alan Scott? I really like him.
Okay, he's cool.
Yeah. Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman, because he was just fucking nuts.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
He owned a casino.
Yeah, he owned a casinos. Ultimate Ben Grimm, because he ended up being pretty cool towards the end. He was kind of like the equivalent of like their Wonder Man.
Yeah, that's true.
That sucks.
He didn't die.
Let's see. I'll go with Earth's Mightiest Heroes version of Hawkeye, because there was a comic about that one. Let's see. The Injustice Harley Quinn. The House of M Spider-Man.
I should have said House of M, Miss Marvel. Anyway, go ahead.
The Flash from the CW series, because there are comics about those.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that counts. Ultimate Shadowcat, Terry McGinnis as Batman. And I'm cheating with this one, but I don't care. Spider-Man from the Spectacular Spider-Man is my number 1.
I'll take it. I'll give it. That counts.
Yeah, that totally counts. All right, that's awesome. All right, so there are our top 10.
Hey, did they use him for the Spider-Verse?
Wait, say what?
Did they use him in Spider-Verse?
They did not.
They couldn't use any of the animated ones, with the exception of like the one that Disney produces and the like 60s cartoon.
They did make references to both the Amazing Spider-Man and the regular Spider-Man by saying, "Hey, that's the guy from the Social Network, and that's the guy from CC."
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, like, I saw a dude that got, I saw some dude get killed that looked like the dude from Tito's Kid. Really? Because I saw one that looked like the guy from The Social Network.
Yeah, and that's how they referenced it.
Yeah. But, it wasn't great.
And, like, next time they do that, they're going to be like, I saw the guy from Ender's Game. I think he died, though.
That's the only thing that has me interested for, like, that animated Spider-Man film that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, because it's going to be in Spider-Verse if they ever do it again.
But, like, I hope it's like a Spider-Verse and they get just, like, all of the animated versions of Spider-Man. Like, all of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be
And
good.
they get all of the voice actors that did it, too.
Some of them are dead, dude.
So?
How are they going to
Get him back from the dead. We got zombie
We're
technology.
going to make a hologram of him.
They brought Tupac, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll just get we'll either get Troy Baker or Nolan North, because, that's the guy, those are the go-to guys for voices.
And Frank Welker.
And Frank Welker.
The most fucking hardest working man in Hollywood.
Really?
Yes. I mean, really. Anytime you hear any kind of, like, voice.
Anytime you hear a voice.
John, you said there was an Ultimate Spider-Man episode of Spider-Verse?
Yeah, there's three. Yeah, it's a three-parter.
Okay, because I
Yeah,
just started season 3, so I'm on episode 5 of season 3.
Look, man, okay, yeah, well, that's when Spider-Man finally got good.
Yeah. Has he run into Vulture yet?
I'm on the one I just finished episode 5. Is when that really annoying nerdy dude takes over the Iron Spider identity.
Amadeus Cho.
That's Amadeus. I really hate what they did with Amadeus in that show.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was him. I don't even remember the name.
Yeah, they kind of watered him down.
Yeah.
No, they didn't water him down. They just fucking changed him completely.
Yeah, like that's the episode I just finished because they're like trying to talk. They're trying to talk to all the different people that Taskmaster's trying to talk to.
Right.
I just finished.
Taskmaster. That's
I think Taskmaster's
Ultimate-
cool in this series.
Ultimate Spider-Man is doing with Taskmaster what I want them to do for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, Taskmaster's awesome in this
He is.
series.
I don't know why he had a costume change all of a sudden, though. He just
Well, it was just in, what was it, like, because I know, like, in season 1, he had, like, his regular costume.
Yeah, and then season 2 with Deadpool, he just changed it.
Oh, God, that Deadpool episode.
It's hilarious. He's like, you can't say the D word. He's like, so we're gonna unalive them.
He's like, we're going to totally unalive them. He's like, what? Gonna go in there and make them unalive.
You mean kill?
Whoa. Well, you said it like that, that's bad. So, yes, we're totally going to unalive them.
How many more episodes do I get Miles? The Miles.
That's the one. That's the crossover.
Yeah, I think that's like episode. That's like the second part of
it's the second part, and Spider-Ham is in there, and then there's a whole girl universe.
So do I
it's
have a few more episodes? I'm on 5.
It's a gender swap.
Yeah, it's a gender swap, and then it was kind of weird. It was kind of jarring though. Like I get why they did it, but it was still kind of weird for me at least.
Yeah.
I just want to get to it before the night's over because I'm only on episode 6 now.
No, it's just funny who they got to voice Norma Osborn.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I would love
the voice.
to voice Miles.
All right. So, and now we're gonna go to with that. We're talking about a kind of good show. Let's talk about something that's awful, and that is the Red Bee.
Red Bee is a character in the comics. Done.
Yes.
I didn't even know who he was until Quincy told me about him. I looked him up, and I don't
even know what he is.
Okay, he's
I
hard.
wasn't even aware that he was male.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well,
I didn't either.
It's funny you say that because he's actually both male and female. The Red Bee is actually a legacy character.
Oh, wow.
Good
Yeah,
for
so
him.
how I tie that together?
No.
No.
I had no idea it was even a thing until Quincy told me, and I looked it up.
Yeah, that's why. So basically, the Red Bee, he is a legacy character, but he actually was not from DC Comics. He was actually from Quality Comics.
Yeah, until he eventually ended up at these.
Yes, he was bought by DC Comics. I don't know why, but he was bought by DC Comics in 1956. Maybe they were struggling.
Came with a
Maybe
deal.
maybe they're like, we can even make the Red Bee cool. They didn't. So yes, the Red Bee. His name, his secret identity is Rick Rayleigh, and he was the assistant district attorney for Superior City, Oregon. Because you know, villains like attacking Oregon.
Yeah, they got all that great.
Yes, he has no powers, but his special ability is that he's able to train bees. Bees. His costume makes no sense because not the bees. So so if there was ever a role for Nicolas Cage to play,
no,
it's this one. So basically, so his main opponents were the Nazis and gangsters. How those two mix, I have no idea.
Nazi gangster.
Nazi gangster.
Hey, you see?
Gangster Nazis.
Hey, you see? Give me your wallet and praise Hitler, see?
My God, it's Ed Al Capone. His costume was red and yellow stripes. Yes. And he had like fishnet sleeves. His favorite bee was named Michael, and it lived in his belt for special circumstances. I have no earthly idea what that means.
In case you need a bee.
Just in case.
Just in case. And so, basically, he didn't get a lot of love in the comics. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Okay, but interesting enough, for some reason, I guess writers like him because of how ridiculous he is. And after the post-crisis, he had a post-crisis appearance in Animal Man. He was also mentioned by Plastic Man, which should tell you something. When Plastic Man is more popular than you have a problem. You have a problem.
You have a fucking problem.
God, I read Animal Man. I read so much Animal Man. I don't even remember Red Bee being in Animal Man.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, as much as Animal Man, I had no idea.
Animal Man was an award-winning series, and that still didn't help. Let me see. But interesting enough, as I said, he is a legacy character because his granddaughter, Jenna Rayleigh, took up the mantle of the Red Bee. Now she made a suit, which is basically it looks like a mixture of the Wasp and Ant-Man.
I was gonna say this dude sounds like a really watered down version of Ant-Man.
Yeah, he wishes that he was Ant-Man.
No, I know he wishes he was Ant-Man.
And so basically, actually, I wouldn't mind if he came into the Flash for like no reason. For no reason, he's just there.
Well, listen, after the season finale, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with the Flash.
Yeah.
It's like, we gotta save the Red Bee. Why? He stopped the Nazis.
Who are you, Red Bee? Okay, see ya.
What about Blue Beetle? Let Arrow deal with that.
Okay, and so basically she made a mechanized battle suit that had 2 robotic bees that could fire electricity.
Oh god, it's like Guy Bandit.
Yeah. And so basically her biggest thing, like the biggest team that she was on was Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters.
Those Freedom Fighters are so terrible.
So it just goes to show you that no matter how strong the legacy is, it can still suck. Maybe that's the legacy.
It's just sucking.
Yeah.
Well,
Legacy of shit.
And that is the story, the untold story that should have stayed untold about the Red Bee.
Woohoo! Yeah, Red Bee, Red Bee.
A moment of silence for the Red Bee, because that's all that he deserves. A moment of silence.
No, he doesn't even deserve that.
Nope. And that
in
concludes
fact,
our show.
this might be the biggest thing that's ever happened to him. Is us
I know
talking
he's gonna
about
blow up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we should get
Thanks to us, he's gonna get some recognition.
yeah, he's like there's gonna be a surge of Red Bee sales. They're gonna make it like the best-selling comic.
Well, Quincy, thank you very much for being tonight's leader of the podcast.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take charge.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Dr. Doom.
Sometimes you gotta be Red Bee.
Red Bee, Red Bee. Hope you all enjoyed this podcast. It was interesting.
Especially when it goes to rule interpretation. Don't cross borders.
Yeah, just listen to Doom and all will be okay.
Listen to God Doom.
You want to sign us off, Quincy?
Yeah, I had fun, man. I'm so happy that we actually got through Secret Wars and the tie-ins in less than 2 hours and 30 minutes. I was like, this.
I know. As soon as I saw the hour 40 mark, I'm like, oh man, are we gonna do it?
Yeah, we did.
That was a lot of material, man.
Yeah,
and that was fun too.
Actually, we would have hit 2 hours, but somebody was mad about the rules.
Because the rules are stupid.
Thank you, Jared. I love you too.
And so that's it. I think
that's it, everyone.
I think we can conclude. Thank you all for listening.
And have a great night.
Yes, actually, you know what? I'm just going to say this right now. If you have any questions over Secret Wars, so you can text me at 254-NO.
You want to know about Secret Wars, look it up on Wiki.
Or Facebook me. If you can find out.
2 hours talking about it. Yeah,
I'm spending 2 hours talking about it. Wait till we talk about Avengers and New Avengers. That's going to be like a 5-hour show on issue 1.
Get ready, kids, because that Age of Ultron episode, don't worry, it's coming eventually.
Yeah. Well, unlike, or maybe it'll get lost, like that one lost episode. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming soon. You just have to find it, like the Red Bee.
All right, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.